Yeshayahu or Isaiah chapter 23. The message concerning Tsor. Howl, you ships of Tarshish, for it has been destroyed without house, without harbor. From the land of Kittim it has been revealed to them. Be silent, you inhabitants of the coastland, you merchants of Sidon, who passed over the sea. They filled you. And on great waters the grain of Shihor, the harvest of the river, was her increase, and she was a marketplace for the nations. Be ashamed, O Sidon, for the sea has spoken, the stronghold of the sea, saying, I have not labored, nor brought forth children, neither have I reared young men, brought up maidens. Like the report of Mitzrayim, they too are grieved at the report of Tsor. Pass over to Tarshish. Wail, you inhabitants of the coastland. Is this your city of revelry, whose antiquity is from days of old, whose feet carried her far off to sojourn? Who has counseled against Tsor, the crowning city, whose merchants are chiefs, whose traders are the esteemed of earth? Yehovah of hosts has counseled it, to defile the pride of all splendor, and to shame all the esteemed of the earth. Overflow through your land like the river, O daughter of Tarshish. There is no more strength. He has stretched out his hand over the sea. He shook the reins. Yehovah has given a command against Canaan to destroy its strongholds. And he said, never again shall you exult, O you oppressed maiden daughter of Sidon. Arise, pass over to Kittim. Even there you shall find no rest. See the land of the Kasdim. This people did not exist. Asher founded it for wild beasts of the desert. They set up their siege towers. They demolished her palaces and made her a ruin. Howl, you ships of Tarshish, for your stronghold is laid waste. And in that day it shall be that Tsor is forgotten 70 years, according to the days of one sovereign. At the end of 70 years it shall be to Tsor as in the song of the whore. Take a lyre, go about the city, you forgotten whore. Make sweet playing, sing many songs, so that you might be remembered. And at the end of 70 years it shall be that Yehovah visits Tsor, and she shall return to her harlot fee and commit whoring with all the rains of the earth on the face of the soil. And her goods and her harlot fee shall be set apart for Yehovah, not treasured nor laid up, for her grain is for those who dwell before Yehovah, to eat sufficiently and for a choice covering. Chapter 24. See, Yehovah is making the earth empty and making it waste, and shall overturn its surface, and shall scatter abroad its inhabitants. And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the female servant, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the creditor, so with the debtor. The earth is completely emptied and utterly plundered, for Yehovah has spoken this word. The earth shall mourn and wither, the world shall languish and wither, the haughty people of the earth shall languish. For the earth has been defiled under its inhabitants, because they have transgressed the Torah, changed the law, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore, a curse shall consume the earth, and those who dwell in it be punished. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth shall be burned, and few men shall be left. The new wine shall fail, the vine shall languish, all those glad at heart shall sigh. The joy of the tambourine shall cease. The noise of those who rejoice shall end. The joy of the lyre shall cease. No more do they drink wine with a song. Strong drink is bitter to those who drink it. The deserted city shall be broken down. Every house shall be shut. No one enters. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy shall be darkened. The gladness of the earth shall be gone. The city is left in ruins, and the gate is stricken with destruction. For thus it is to be in the midst of the earth among the peoples, like the shaking of an olive tree, like the gleaning of grapes when the grape harvest is done. They lift up their voice. They sing of the excellency of Yehovah. They shall cry aloud from the sea. Therefore, praise Yehovah in the east, the name of Yehovah Elohim of Israel in the coastlands of the sea. From the end of the earth we shall hear songs, splendor to the righteous one. But I say, I waste away, I waste away. Woe to me! The treacherous betray, with treachery the treacherous betray. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon you, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall be that he who flees from the noise of the fear falls into the pit, and he who comes up from the midst of the pit is caught in the snare. For the windows from on high shall be opened, and the foundations of the earth be shaken, and the earth shall be utterly broken. The earth shall be completely shattered. The earth shall be fiercely shaken. The earth shall stagger like a drunkard, and it shall totter like a hut, and its transgression shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And in that day it shall be that Yehovah punishes on high the host of exalted ones, and on earth the sovereigns of the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and be punished after many days. And the moon shall blush, and the sun shall be ashamed, for Yehovah of hosts shall reign on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before his elders in esteem. Chapter 25. O Yehovah, you are my Elohim. I exalt you. I praise your name, for you shall do a wonder. Counsels of long ago, trustworthiness, truth. For you shall make a city a heap, a walled city a ruin, a palace of strangers to be a city no more, never to be rebuilt. Therefore a strong people praise you. The city of the ruthless nations fear you. For you shall be a refuge to the poor, a refuge to the needy in his distress, a shelter from the storm, a shade from the heat. For the spirit of the ruthless is like a storm against a wall. You subdue the noise of strangers as heat in a dry place, as heat in the shadow of a cloud. The singing of the ruthless is subdued. And in this mountain Yehovah of hosts shall make for all people a feast of choice pieces, a feast of old wines, of choice pieces with marrow, of old wines well refined. And he shall swallow up on this mountain the surface of the covering which covers all people, and the veil which is spread over all nations. He shall swallow up death forever. And the Master Yehovah shall wipe away tears from all faces, and take away the reproach of his people from all the earth. For Yehovah has spoken. And it shall be said in that day, see, this is our Elohim. We've waited for him, and he saves us. This is Yehovah. We've waited for him. Let us be glad and rejoice in his deliverance. For the hand of Jehovah rests on this mountain, and Moab is trodden down under him, as straw is trodden down in the water of a dunghill. And he shall spread out his hands in their midst, as he who swims spreads out his hands to swim. And he shall bring down their pride together with the skill of his hands. And the high stronghold of your walls he shall bring down, lay it low, leveled to the ground, down to the dust. Chapter 26. In that day, this song is sung in the land of Yehudah. We have a strong city, he sets up deliverance, walls and ramparts. Open the gates, let the righteous nation which guards the truth enter in. The one steadfast of mind you guard in perfect peace, for he trusts in you. Trust in Yehovah forever, for Yehovah is a rock of ages. For he shall bring down those who dwell on high. He lays exalted city low. He lays it low to the earth. He brings it down to dust. A foot tramples it down. Feet of the poor, footsteps of the needy. The path of the righteous is uprightness. O upright one, you weigh the course of the righteous. Also, in the path of your right rulings, O Yehovah, we've waited for you. The longing of our being is for your name and for the remembrance of you. My being longs for you in the night. Also my spirit within me seeks you earnestly. For when your right rulings are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world shall learn righteousness. The wrong finds favor, yet he shall not learn righteousness. In the land of straightforwardness he acts perversely and does not see the excellency of Yehovah. O Yehovah, your hand is high. They do not see. They see the ardor of the people and are ashamed. Also, let the fire for your adversaries consume them. O Yehovah, you establish peace for us, for you've also done all our works in us. O Yehovah, our Elohim, other masters besides you have had rule over us. Only you do we make mention of your name. The dead do not live, the departed spirits do not rise. Therefore you have visited and destroyed them and made all their remembrance to perish. You shall increase the nation, O Yehovah, you shall increase the nation. You are esteemed, you shall expand all the borders of the land. O Yehovah, in distress they shall visit you. They shall pour out a prayer when your disciplining is upon them. As a woman with child and about to give birth writhes and cries out in her pain, so shall we be before your face, O Yehovah. We have conceived, we writhed in pain, we've given birth to wind. We've not accomplished deliverance in the earth, nor have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Let your dead live. Together with my dead body, let them arise. Awake and sing, you who dwell in the dust, for your dew is a dew of light. And let the earth give birth to the departed spirits. Go, my people, enter your rooms and shut your doors behind you. Hide yourself, as it were, for a little while, until the displeasure is past. For look, Yehovah is coming out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their crookedness. And the earth shall disclose her blood and no longer cover her killed ones. And chapter 27. In that day, Yehovah, with his severe sword, great and strong, punishes Leviathan, the fleeing serpent, Leviathan, that twisted serpent, and he shall kill the monster that is in the sea. In that day sing to her a vineyard of red wine. I, Yehovah, do guard it. I water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I guard it night and day. Wrath is not in me. Who would set thorn bushes and weeds against me in battle? I would go through them. I would burn them together. Or let them take hold of my strength and make peace with me. Let him make peace with me. Those who come, he causes to take root in Yaakov. Israel shall blossom and bud, and they shall fill the face of the world with fruit. Has he smitten him as he struck the ones who were striking him? Or as a killer, was he killed as he was killing? In measure, by sending her away, you contended with her. He shall take away by his rough wind in the day of the east wind. Therefore by this crookedness of Yaakov is covered. And this is all the fruit of taking away his sin, when he makes all the stones of the slaughter place like chalk stones that are beaten to dust. Asherim and sun pillars rise no more. For the city of defense is lonely, a home forsaken and left like a wilderness. There the calf feeds, and there it lies down, and it shall consume its branches. When its twigs are dry, they are broken off. Women come and set them on fire, for it is a people of no understanding. Therefore he who made them has no compassion on them, and he who formed them shows them no favor. And in that day it shall be that Yehovah threshes from the channel of the river to the Wadi of Mitzrayim, and you shall be gathered one by one, O children of Israel. And in that day it shall be that a great shofar is blown, and those who were perishing in the land of Asher and the outcasts in the land of Mitzrayim shall come and shall worship Yehovah on the set apart mountain in Jerusalem.